Greetings, greetings, esteemed constellations. A former regressor here, with the memory of Tokyo Afterschool Summoners, Chapter 15, Promised Land 2. Baphomet realizes that one of their big problems is they've always focused squarely on what they can and can't do. Wait, I'm pretty sure I've already done this one. Alright, so, a former regressor here with the memory of Tokyo Afterschool Summoners, Chapter 15, Promised Land 3. Long ago, a battle took place in Eden that divided its peoples between those who followed the system and those who followed an angel of the highest order named Shaitan. Shaitan rallied those who the system deemed to be of low ranking, staging an uprising that was seen by many as an act of high treason. A number of influential angels joined this rebellion, such as Marchosius. But on the other side of the coin, standing in opposition, were angels such as Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, and Israfil, who were so preeminent that all of Eden knew their names well. Even among the archangels, however, there were some who felt Shaitan's uprising was bound to happen sooner or later and accepted it for what it was. Shaitan's gaze was known to be intense, equally piercing anyone and everyone upon whom it lingered, regardless of their position in the hierarchy. Yet there was never any contempt behind it, never any judgment, and because Shaitan didn't look down on anyone, he was widely beloved by most, and simply misunderstood by the rest. This is why so many low-ranking angels turned to him for a sympathetic ear, and why they, and he, were inspired to rebel once their grievances had been aired. At least, that's one school of thought on the matter. In truth, no one is quite certain exactly why Shaitan rose up. Alright, so apparently I screwed up. The video I titled From the Heavens 3 was actually my playthrough of Promised Land 3. So this will be a playthrough of Tokyo Afterschool Summoners, The Memory of Tokyo Afterschool Summoners, Chapter 15, From the Heavens 3. In much the way humans are fragile and impermanent, so too is the system known as the world. No one exemplifies this more than the transient Baal, an elite student prosecutor for the rule makers, and a member of Gehenna's demonic nobility. Apart from the 23 worlds connected to Tokyo, there once existed a promised land called Canaan. There, Baal went by a different name, Baal, and he was not a demon, but a superior being who loomed so high above others that he could touch the very tip of the heavens. But Canaan endured a fierce attack by the world of Eden and fell to ruin, and Baal became a fallen angel. He was now known as the demon Baal. Baal knew well at the time that even in this system we call the world, there existed a palpable hierarchy, in which some beings rank high and others rank low. And when Baal first came to Tokyo as a transient, it said he would often be looking up at the sky above him. He held immense respect for the human who had traveled beyond the stars to a height no one else could ever reach. He held immense respect for the human who had traveled beyond the stars to a height no one else could ever reach. The name of this person he admired was King Solomon, and he truly was just a human who happened to be a loyal advocate of the demon Baal. The Lord spoke to this man and said, "I will grant you any wish of your choosing." And the man wished not for gold, or power, or love, but for omniscience. Impressed by his choice, through the Archangel Michael serving as proxy, who had inherited the highest position among the angels from who had inherited the highest position among the angels from his brother, the Lord bestowed upon the man a sacred artifact. It was the Sephiroth, the wisdom of the Kabbalah, and with it, the man created a new system bigger than any other, with the help of 72 familiars. Baal has long said that Solomon's true merit lay in his superior capabilities and innovative ideas as a system builder. He could take those who'd broken free of outside systems and thoroughly incorporate them into his own, giving them a new lease on life. Additionally, he was able to automate the progression of his reign by assigning a hierarchy to his system, modeled after the good and evil ranking found in the system of Mid-Earth. One of his familiars once asked him how he'd accomplished such a daunting feat, to which he simply replied he'd seen the future as it was meant for him. And so Solomon ascended to heights beyond what any human king should ever be able to reach. However, the king's actions ultimately defied explanation. No one could say why he did the things he did, but those who served him simply thought this was normal. He could see the future after all, and they couldn't. His actions must have made perfect sense from his perspective. And so the system flourished, despite itself, with no end in sight. Most believed his reign could last for millennia. Yet Solomon was still human, so he himself couldn't last that long. Eventually, he grew old, and his mind and body alike grew feeble. His role as a human was at its end, leading him to undertake one final journey, a journey of memory. He entrusted his memories to other human vessels and set off due east from the promised land, as far east as he could go. With his role of king now concluded, this was the final thing he wished to do. He let go of his sword in Mid-Earth, passing it on to the next pair of hands. Everywhere he went, he entrusted something of his to someone else. And so, the memories of Solomon the human drifted ever farther east, along with the ring he left behind. There, they found their way to the Mononobe clan, a proud line of astronomers meticulously documenting the heavens, whose family name means those who expound. The Mononobes, alongside the Urabe branch family, have long observed and recorded in great detail accounts of stars falling from far beyond our skies. And so, in time, Solomon came to exist only through these memories. The system he created, however, had no such limiter. It was to be eternal. Certainly, it would require updating every now and again, but as long as it remained beneficial to others, it would live on, and Solomon's dream with it. A role passed from one generation of Mononobe to the next, a brilliant light shining forth, overseen from a distance for so long. Yes, as long as that system remains instated, it should continue running smoothly. It should. Uzume extends her arm, almost as if desperately reaching out, trying to catch something that's fallen. Oh, but I am a VIP, you see. Top dog among the rule makers. Won't you let me through? Just kidding. Open sesame. Wait! Can't stop, won't stop. Nyarlathotep, I summon thee. Here to pick you up. We shun this house down, hey hey ho! In the midst of my dance. How inconsiderate. Ha 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 ha. No! After escaping the operating room, you find yourself landing in some back alley, somewhere in the future city. Thank you, Gnarls? Why has your Akuto stepped in, though? Also, are you multiplying or what? We are paying our dues to the head honcho upstairs, dancing our dances hand to hand. Lancelot, you are safe. I had faith you would be. We've only just joined forces with the Yurakucho entertainers, but they have more or less brought us up to speed. Toji, Maria, would you mind filling me in? My main focus has been on liberating the captured Tokyo residents, beginning with Sanzo here. With teleportation, we can jump right into the heart of the compound and get out just as easily, as you have clearly seen. Several dozen Nyarlathoteps from all over Tokyo have gathered to help make this possible. Catching sight of a group of Tokyoites who are about to be placed in isolation, Sanzo acts quickly to try to undo the effects of their future memory transplant. Meanwhile, Toji uses his rule to sever the link between the captured transients and the past memories they've been burdened with. So Sanzo's sacred artifact is the key. It repels the future memory transplant. What if Shiro, Kengo, and the others? We still have yet to locate the other summoners. However, we have rescued many of the missing from the other guilds, including Claude, Jacob, Licht, and Ellie. Repelling the future transplant has caused them considerable harm, but they are recuperating now and should pull through. The Mega Alliance is working tirelessly and getting results. We are continuing to rescue Tokyoite and Transient alike. Ameno Uruno. You're not injured, are you?
Marty, I'm sorry. I did something I shouldn't have.
You have nothing to apologize for. The entertainers would have come anyway, even if you just sat on your hands.